My name's Helen Haskell and I'm the Head of Fundraising for Corporate Partnerships here at the Grand Appeal. The Grand Appeal is the charity for Bristol Children's Hospital. We support the children that come to the hospital from across the whole of Bristol and the South West. I've worked at the Grand Appeal for 11 years now and it never ceases to amaze me how fantastic our fundraisers are, and also the families we meet are truly incredible. They're often going through the hardest time of their lives with a sick child in hospital, but yet they want to give back and fundraise and support us. It's a truly incredible hospital that we have here in Bristol. We should be really proud of it, and I'm always proud to say that I work at the Grand Appeal and help children and families when they need it most.
My name's Helen Bromley. I'm the Operations and Services Manager for the Grand Appeal. It's a really varied role, so it covers anything from the running of the organisation, so HR, IT, property, to also having a really strong relationship with the hospital and working with them. I get the fun job of working with them to spend the money that all our incredible fundraisers make. The Grand Appeal has been going for over 20 years now, so it was originally set up to build the Children's Hospital. It was the first purpose-built children's hospital in England.
We support children and families from across the whole of the South West when they need it most. We fund life-saving pieces of equipment, arts, music, play facilities, and a big part of what we do is funding family accommodation. That's provided completely for free for families when they need it most, so they can stay so close to their child when they're in hospital. We never fund anything that is in the remit of the NHS. It's all the things that make the hospital the best place it can be at a time for children and their families when they're going through a tough time.
So the appeal was originally set up to help raise the money to build the hospital, and since then it was so successful in doing that it's gone on to work with the hospital on lots of major projects, including raising money for huge pieces of equipment to everything we do today. So we run 100 odd projects at any one time, and that can sort of vary from providing our family accommodation to providing high-tech technology to more sort of local and smaller initiatives, which might be providing Reiki for patients and staff, working with neuro rehab patients, sending them to Forest School at Wild Place in Bristol, and also doing things for the staff in terms of support and well-being. We provide hampers of tea and coffee and snacks and things throughout the year to get them through the really difficult times that they're all going through at the moment.
I work with any business or company in Bristol or the surrounding area that wants to support the Children's Hospital. That can be from colleagues getting involved in a 10k race, a skydive, or organising a fundraising challenge like a sponsored walk. We also work with companies who want to give a donation per product sold potentially, and we also have volunteers that help us from across the Bristol and the South West.
10 years ago we did our first Grommet Unleashed Trail, where we had 80 sculptures of grommet across the city of Bristol, and families got involved by going out and taking photos with them, and from that we've created an incredible retail brand, and we have a huge shop at Cribbs Causeway in Bristol, as well as a small shop here that you can see around us, where we sell retail products based on the trails. We've got figurines from those trails. We've had 2 more successful trails since, with Shaun the Sheep, as well as then the third one with Grommet and Wallace and Feathers. They are a huge source of income for us. They're really popular throughout Bristol. We auction the big sculptures off at the end of each trail, which raise an incredible amount of money, and you see them dotted around Bristol, and I think they continue to bring joy to everybody. So the Grand Appeal supports 2 houses, and then we've got a house dedicated to the NICU unit at St Michael's Hospital. We also have part of our charity is called Cots for Tots, which specifically raises money for NICU, and we work really closely with them, supporting families who have very premature babies or very poorly babies. And we work with them, again, supporting them buying really top-end equipment like incubators and ventilators, but also providing things like a diary for parents to fill in while their children are there, little mini Boo teddy bears which they use for bonding with their child who they might not be able to hold. And as well, we run a project called Tell Me a Story, which is providing storybooks, which might only cost us a couple of pounds per family to provide, but actually the parents reading to their newborn baby when they can't hold them helps that bonding process, and is a really lovely initiative that we support. We've got some incredible volunteers who support us. We've got volunteers who work with us on our stall in the hospital, like Georgia from your own organisation, and a number of different people who come in and help us regularly.
We have John, who leads the charge on our stall in the Children's Hospital reception, telling everyone about how fantastic the Grand Appeal is and selling Wallace and Gromit items as well. Just trying to sign people up for skydives, and we have a fantastic team of volunteers that, as alongside him, that help in the reception.
My name is John Wilkins, and I've been fundraising for 26 years in this hospital. I come over to the hospital 3 days a week, and my job is to sell merchandise for the Grand Appeal and also to get people to skydive. I've been here 26 years, and over that period I've raised over £400,000, and lots of people sponsor me, so I get a lot of money from the sponsorship and also from selling the merchandise. Yeah, and just recently, the ab sale of this hospital raised £1,000. So actually, it's 400 jumps I've done now, plus 2 wing walks and various ab sales over the years. How this one happened, there was an advert in one of the local hospitals, and I thought I asked for the application for it, and they didn't have it, but eventually I got somebody in the office to find out where it was. So I eventually got the paperwork for it, and I decided to do 2 ab sales down the Children's Hospital on the 8th of October this year. And this one is, I was 90 years of age, and I always wanted to do a wing walk. I went to the Doncarswell, which is in Devon, with my family. We're all with me, you see. So I was doing all sorts of funny things, and there was a camera on my hand here, and there was also a camera on the. There was another plane which was filming it, and the pilot was behind me.
So we're always looking for individuals, families, companies, schools to get involved and support us here at the Grand Appeal. That could be from a physical challenge, such as taking part in a 10K or a cycling event, or you could get involved in one of our skydives if you're an adrenaline junkie, or potentially you could get involved in Wrong Trousers Day. That's our big fundraiser where we ask people to pull on their trousers and pay £1 and have fun for the day. We also have Wallace and Gromit's Big Bake, which is our fantastic bake sale, and we have a schools programme where children can get involved in a reading challenge. So there's plenty of opportunity. You can come up with your own ideas. We'd just love to have everyone's support to help sick children from across the Bristol and the South West.